Hello, hello, hello. This is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax. We're back. Dark Souls 1. Where we left off, we're a naked man with a shield and a stick. And we just encountered a dragon. Significantly above our pay grade at the moment. This is right here, yes. That's what the vaccine does to you. Yep. I'm about to lose about 50, 60 pounds. We're playing what's called America in 2020, the vaccine simulator. 2021. This is what the country looks like if anybody would ever go outside. It's become basically a murderous hellscape. Come over here, fellow citizen. Hey, where's your mask? That's what you get. We just had to hammer in some science in there. He gets it, I think. He's just a slow learner. All right, so you should add a mask. Yeah, I wouldn't have felt so compelled to beat the shit out of him with a knowledge stick. Yeah, exactly. COVID took him. That's what happens. That's what it looks like, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try a thing. Famous last words. Unable to wield effectively with present stats. Got it. I don't have anything sharp. Whatever, we might be able to cut a tail with this. We are gonna try some cheeky bullshit. Excuse me. And the Rona claims more lives. It really is a tragedy. Okay, so this dragon has a tail, and inside of his tail is a sword that we want. And this is how you get it. Shit. Okay, just kidding. I don't want the sword that bad. Okay, so that didn't work. I think you have to take it off with a slashing weapon. Excuse me, sir. Okay, he's gone. He ran away. He obviously recognized that I was vaccinated and that his powers were useless. His powers of COVID breath. I think you need to be better. That's entirely possible. I'm used to doing that with a weapon with a decent overhead swing. And oh, network connection is lost. Stop it. That's fine. I'll play offline. That's superior. I was down for about 2 days. Yeah, they said that the first one is the bad one if you've had COVID. So because I had it in November, I'm expecting this one to be easier. I truly hope it is, because I have a pretty busy day at work tomorrow planned out. Oh god. Oh god, he's back. Yeah, when I talked to the doctor about that, he was like, yeah, so it's generally your body kind of wises up after the first dosage. He goes, I've noticed that for people who have had COVID, the second one's the easiest one. Or easier. He said easy, like with air quotes, right? The second one is the easy one. But for people who haven't, the second one's the hard one, because the first shot my body recognized as COVID and was like, murder it, and it gave me all kinds of symptoms. Now my body's like, that's just a vaccine, we're good. But my body did not know what the hell it was the first time. Oh man, this is going to take a hot little minute. Oh shit! Especially if I freaking die. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Unlock, unlock. We gotta run, we gotta run. Yep. Okay. They gave you the placebo? Probably. So that's a Dark Knight. He's an asshole. He kills you all the time. If you're not... Your immune system's busted. It's about to be. Oh. Murder those. Man, he's pissed. Alright, he's gonna breathe fire. We gotta wait till he drops down, and then we can make the run. And then we're gonna rest at the bonfire. Charlie coming in out of left field with the correct grammar. I appreciate that. The dragon's coming. Run! Run! Don't let it take you. We're gonna get greedy. Give me that waist cloth. Nom 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 nom. Okay, cool. Alright, alright. So we might have had some armor that we got out of this. No. No, we did just get a waist cloth. Nice. We can still fast roll. And we look a little bit more modest now. Shiny stick. Heyo. Give me this parry. Alright. So we got to go back up and get our souls. Because I'm not about to leave those souls up there. Specifically that humanity. That's the bigger thing. Oh wait, it's down here. Well, let's fight him anyway. Come here. It is the dick that binds us. Come on, Black Knight. So if you open this door, this is a significantly better place to fight this guy. That having been said, it's still not a great place to fight this guy. Because this guy's just not fun to fight. Boom. We're gonna chain backstab him a little bit. I don't like parrying these guys as much because I'm not as good at it as parrying the one-hander. Yeah, this is 100% what he's into. Oh, goodness! Okay, here's what I need you to do. Alright, whiff an attack so I can heal. Yoy! Okay, there we go. So if you guys don't know this, in Dark Souls 1, you're locked to 8 directional movement when you're locked on. So that's actually significantly more cumbersome than it looks. Alright, so here, this is an interesting little room. So there's 2 routes to go through here. I can take the slow route and the fast route. I'm going to take the fast route, which is why I'm not going in yet. But soon as I spawn, one of these hollows, specifically the one on the right of the bull thing, he's going to turn around and run through that gate, and he's going to lock it. Okay? He's actually a unique enemy. He does not spawn after you kill him. But if we can run through this whole room before he locks it, we can kill him, and it's like a shortcut. We're going to go the long way anyway because we have to. But this is a neat little run. If you're pretty swift about it. Spear guy on the right. Take it wide. Let our stamina replenish. Run. Sword. Oh, you're so slow. We're going to let him hit it, though? There we go. Because it often kills an enemy. And this way, nothing else is going to mess with us. Because nothing sucks more than making this run, but then dying to that swarm of enemies. Perfect. And there's the basement key. That's what we're here for. Hey, guys. Through the wall. We're playing Dark Souls now. Drink your Estus, pussy. So, alright. We're going to move forward. We're going to move forward. Get the halberd here. I still have not committed to a build yet. Our stats, you can see, are pretty even. Strength dex, 12 dex. I've only just been building up my endurance, which is my equip load and stamina. So, what is this motherfucker about? Come here, get parried, buddy. You shouldn't have come out of your church. That's all I gotta say. You should have stayed in there and prayed with the rest of the Balder Knights. Because then I wouldn't have having to murder you. You did that to yourself. Man, I was hoping for a lucky drop. They have a sword called the Balder Side Sword, or how it's commonly referred to in the Souls community, the Baller Swag Sword, because it's amazing, and it's a great dexterity weapon. But it's an exceedingly rare drop right here. Like in the past, I've farmed for it here just to get my build started. And it's normally like a significant amount of farming. And it's a dexterity weapon, and I'm not sure if I want to go dexterity in this playthrough. I go dexterity in like all of my playthroughs. So I'm kind of thinking strength anyway. Wield a big old two-handed weapon that's about as sharp as my thumb. You vote strength? Okay. I was kind of thinking about that anyway, because if I'm gonna be playing, you know, a game I've played so much of, might want to mix up the build. Well, I mean, strength is gonna have like this in this game. It's very, very simplistic weaponry, right? It hasn't really gotten to like Bloodborne weapons, but right now, what I'd be looking at is probably either the Zweihander or the Claymore is what I would start with. And they're both just big old, big dick, boosh, one-shot weapons. What's up, More? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping by over 001. All right. Oh, thank you. Oh, whoops. I don't like how this club doesn't one-shot hollows right now. Stop it. Stop it. So the reason we're going down this way is there's a key here that we want to get. Normally, and I'll show you how this normally plays out. But we're kind of taking an ambush from the backside, basically, as opposed to being taken from the backside ourselves. This is actually a big time problem. Okay. We're gonna parry this guy. Take advantage of the iframes. This is actually not going to be a great situation, I think. Unless I get some kills real quick. Because this club is slow as hell. Okay, we're good. We're better now. So that mystery key was why we wanted to take this route anyway. And I'll show you how this plays out. So this was how this room was going to happen. Is I was going to see that hollow in the hallway, and he was going to run away from me. Classic FromSoft trap. And as I chased him, these guys were going to come out of the side and ambush me. And then if I run through, I'm going to get ambushed more. It was going to go bad in a lot of different ways. But because we went the back way, we still almost died, but we got the drop on them. So this is actually going to pop us up. Oh, whoops. Hey, come here. Give me that spear. There we go. So this is actually gonna... This is actually right here, is where takes us. So that staircase is right down there, if you can see that. Oh, I didn't reopen the thing. That's fine. We're gonna go back the other way anyway. So, another cool little trick. These are the alluring skulls. This is a very interesting item. Some enemies are attracted to these when you throw them. And this board just happens to be one of them. So you chuck it into the fire, and he's like, holy shit, I want to eat that. And he walks into the fire. Oh, damn it. Come on. Get stuck in the fire and kill yourself. A lot of times he just charges headlong and just stands in there until he dies. Have another one. Oh, no. Go get him. There he is. So he's just going to sit in there and die. We're going to hope for a Fangboar Helm drop. Probably not going to get it because it's not too common. But either way, that's the easy way to kill that guy. Thank you, thank you. We're just going to clean out this area. Right now, we're still kind of in the build phase of our character, so we want to be getting as many souls as we can. Titanite shard, awesome. That's some upgrade material. That's going to help us. Any reason to smash barrels and the like in this game? Not really. There are some barrels that have some items hidden behind them. Or will have like a passageway hidden behind them. But you're not going to find like random, like there's not going to be random shit in here. That having been said, with the physics engine, it is rather cathartic to smash barrels. So there's a lot of times when you'll find Souls players or myself just crushing barrels in their vicinity just because we need to fight something that isn't going to kill us. And barrels are the best candidate for that. Because they're helpless. And they're barrels. Alright, so we've kind of decided on strength, which is good. So I'm going to be two-handing in this build, which is actually something I'm not super familiar with in Dark Souls 1 particularly. The movement's a little stiffer in 1 than it is in 2 and 3. So I've always kind of made a point to use a shield in 1. They're particularly strong in this game. But it'll be fun to do a complete two-handed playthrough. I'll probably be parrying a lot with like a parry shield or something. Hey, come here. Oh, dang it. No. Thank you. So these guys, the guys with the bucklers and the rapier, they actually have a parry. They have a parry stance that they enter. And if you hit them during that, he actually parries you, which is kind of cool. Oh, balls. Here, whiff that attack and let me drink some Sunny Delight. Thank you. They actually, it's actually going to be a pretty significantly different play style in Dark Souls 2 and 3 than in Dark Souls 1. One of the big changes that they made in the sequels is that parry is overpowered It is. Like, these enemies, as long as I know the timing, they pose literally zero threat. And I have iframes while I'm riposting. Like, it's just... And I can just walk around him and backstab. It's amazing. And they die. And then I'm just running forward to this guy. He's going to wise up and pull out a sword. And by wise up, I mean not wise up, because I'm just going to parry him. Oh, shit. He says partial parrying and looking like a jackass. But parrying in this game is busted. The parry window is way too big. It's way too powerful. And they kind of figured that out. The Gwyn fight, which is the last boss of this game, is trivialized by parrying. Quite literally. So it's a mechanic that we're not going to see too much of moving forward with the subsequent games. But it's still there. But it's more of like a sometimes food in Dark Souls 2 and 3. Whereas in Dark Souls 1, parrying and backstabbing is your whole game plan. This is a bonfire we're actually going to visit a ton. This is super important because this is our blacksmith. Does he have any weapons that we want to purchase? Oh, we can learn a gesture from him. Hurrah! He sells Titanite shards. This is actually a big deal because why this is a big deal is that souls you can get infinitely, right? But if you're in a situation where you can only find Titanite shards, then your upgrades are limited. Having a Titanite shard vendor means that your weapon power is simply tied to the time you spend building it up. So we're going to, let's see if there's any weapons we want to grab. I'm debating making a few upgrades. So, Caestus is a good parrying weapon. It's super lightweight. A lot of people use the Caestus to parry. It's not necessarily better than using a bare fist, but it also gives you the added benefit of having an additional attack in your offhand that's particularly quick. War pick, no. Bastard sword is an interesting one. Not a lot of people use a B sword. It's crazy because it's expensive. Like, it's 3,000 souls, which is not cheap at this point in the game. But it's kind of the redheaded stepchild of the three larger than normal swords. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I am going to use it. Yeah. And so what are the stat requirements? Are 16 if I recall correctly. We're going to see if we can't get to 16. I highly doubt. No, there's no way we can. Let's actually... we have some soul items. I normally like to use these later. There are some soul duplication methods in this game. I'm not really going to go over them. But now that I'm here, theoretically I could have unlimited souls if I were so inclined. But I do not want to do that. There's some action stacking that you can do. Perfect. So now we can wield the bastard sword one-handed. What does that do to our attack rating? It goes up a little bit. Nice. We're still fast rolling. This is good. This is a good shield too. So what's his moveset look like? Swing, swing. You have a kick. So this is like a Claymore moveset. Almost identical, actually. Vertical? Yep. Thrust? No, it does not. Claymore has a... No, Claymore doesn't have a thrust in this game. This is an identical Claymore moveset. Interesting. What are the requirement differences? C, scaling. Huh. The Claymore scaling is a little bit worse, actually. Base damage is a bit higher. Scaling is a little worse. Interesting. And it's obviously got less range because it's shorter. That's cool. I did not realize that. Alright. So we have the the basis of our build. We can actually upgrade this sword, and that's what I'm going to do. Dude is just hitting that yes. So there's actually a significant part, a significant bit of cut content. This is the blacksmith Andre of Astora. That is all he is. That is all he will ever be. He is confirmed to be that. There's a lot of things that are unique about him. If you'll notice when I talk to him, he's one of, I think he might be the only NPC who has mouth moving animations. Which is noteworthy. But in addition, he was supposed to have some significance in the story. Like a healthy amount of story significance. You know, at some points it was thought that he might be the forgotten son of Gwyn, or the firstborn son of Gwyn, who was exiled, and he came here to become a blacksmith. It is confirmed that he is not the firstborn, Gwyn's firstborn. We will meet Gwyn's firstborn later in this series, but he has a not small bit of cut content associated with him. It's pretty interesting. Ooh, another waistcloth. Nice. Alright, so we are feeling significantly more stout with the Bastard Sword in tow. Bastard Sword +1. No, rather. So we're going to fight this. Hey, dickhead. Come here. And we're going to lure him out. Because there is an enemy here that can buff him. And if he gets buffed, you are in for a bad time. You cannot backstab this guy. So this is going to be a slow fight. But depending on how ballsy I feel, I might show off. You can parry him. It does seem a bit faster. It actually does seem a little bit faster. Claymore tends to be... That's kind of why I don't go with the Claymore often, is it seems unwieldy, but this seems just fine. So, based on just nothing but how I remember the Claymore being, this seems a little faster. So we're also going to show off something real quick. Wish me luck. Come on. Come on, Dick. No, not the shield hit. I don't want the shield. Give me the mace. You can parry him, but you do not get a riposte. Great Axe, though? That's an uncommon drop. 32 strength for this bad motherfucker. I cannot even two-hand this thing. Brrg. Watch when I try to swing it. God. Yeah, it's big time for sure. We'll get there. We'll get there. This strength, where you want to have your primary stats sit, is somewhere in the 40 range. It does kind of soft cap at 40. But we will definitely be able to wield this thing by the end of the game. There's a lot of cool strength weapons that are available. There's a really cool strength bow called the Dragon Slayer Great Bow that I think you guys are going to like a lot. Yeah! I probably should have just gone back down, whatever. So we're going to... Nope. Get stabbed directly in between the legs. Okay, so this actually is a pretty good weapon. It's... Oh, great. So this channeler is just buffed all of these guys. So we're going to... Should have been wearing a mask. Yeah, the Rona took him. Oh, okay. So we do one-shot them. So that's actually very good. Not being able to one-shot a hollow at this point is a problem for this ambush in particular. Sure. Boom. I'll take two. Oh, I almost got the double kill. Okay, we're gonna back up and heal. We're probably gonna catch a soul arrow. No, you can't see us. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Okay, got him. We're going to heal up again. And we're going to take care of that channeler. Those guys hit significantly harder with that channeler buff. Come here. Come over to me. Come to me. Okay. Bitch. Bitch. Those two-handed R2s hit like trucks. Okay, that was good. That buff increases the damage that an enemy deals somewhat significantly. So it's a good thing that he was buffing himself and he allowed me to commit murder upon him before he then tried to commit it on me. Try to stab me. Yes. Stab you back. We're also going to see what that mysterious key is used for here shortly. So, like, one of the barrels that's worth breaking, you see a corpse in a barrel, you can break it. That corpse likely has an item on him. That's kind of just something of note, because there aren't random spawns in the barrels. Open up. This guy wants me to help him. So this guy is Lautrec the Embraced. You can tell he's the Embraced because his armor actually has some hands, like going over it, crossing on the chest, like a hug. That's his whole thing. So he is, however, an asshole. And there is an event that freeing him triggers. And I'll go over that in a second. I have not decided his fate yet. I'm not sure how much of the lore we're going to go through, or if this is going to be more of like a strategy playthrough. Probably the latter, but we'll see. Alright, so kill them all. Well, he's going to die regardless. Spoiler alert, he will die regardless. That's not up for debate. But there's a couple ways that he can die. And I will talk about those. Oh god, this is a problem. These Balder Knights gang up there like piranha. Oh, come on. One of these parries needs to hit. Thank you. Oh, backstab. Let's go. Thank you, iframes. BSS? I don't need the BSS, the Baller Swag Sword, but it'd still be fun to grab. Okay, so we already grabbed the Firekeeper Soul from up here. That's going to allow us to make our Estus Flask +2. And in the meantime, we're going to take this shortcut. So, one of the big things about this game, one of the major praises this game gets, is the interconnectivity of the world. It's really, really cool seeing the world wrap in on itself. And yeah, here we are back at the start of the game. Because that lift just takes us down basically behind this guy. Verticality is big. 100%. The next area is actually far below us. So yeah. But it's strange that not a lot of games really hit that super well. I mean, Dark Souls, I'm not going to say stands alone in that, but it is kind of a masterclass, I think, in tying your whole game world together. Because even before we get the ability to teleport, we will open up this world in such a way that we can explore it pretty easily. So, let me go ahead. Now that we have 10, you know, I kind of want to, instead of leveling up my character, I want to get some more levels into my sword. I want to make this thing +2. So it will be significantly stronger than it quote unquote should be for the next boss fight. But I feel like we're going to be stronger than we should be for a lot of these boss fights. Just because we're going to be taking advantage of a lot of the way that the world is built and things like that. Like, we're going to be pointing out some patterns and stuff because there are some areas where, like, if you're having trouble with area A, going back to area B gives you item or items that would help you with that. Like, there's a couple different paths to take in this game. And it's really interesting to see them play out. But yeah, verticality is a massive part of it. Part of me is a little bit tempted to actually not fight this boss right now and go take a different path and show some of that off. Purchase item. We're going to purchase 2 shards. Reinforce. Alright, B-Sword plus 3. We pretty good there. So this weapon is significantly stronger than it quote-unquote has to be. So we are actually going to double back. I did decide that I want to show that off a little bit. Flex a little bit of this game's level design. So, you see where we are. That's obviously a chapel that is... It has a door that leads down to a different area at the bottom of it. Again, kind of talking about that verticality you mentioned. So... Let's see, what's the best way to get back? Games try hard to grab players by the arm and guide them through level. Yeah. Yeah, this game, if you don't know where you're going and you're just like playing what's... Hey, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that, ma'am. If you're just kind of playing where, you know, your character is excelling and progressing everywhere at once, for lack of better terms, this game looks very different than if you're doing it area by area and you're an experienced player. Because, like, when I do a playthrough, I go into an area, I play through it, I beat the boss, right? And I'm trying to not do that so much with this playthrough. Nope. Oh, I queued that action. I'm glad that I had enough time to get another one. So I'm going to be trying to not do that. I'm going to be trying to split areas up, show off the world building, and basically that second route. So... Excuse me, sir. Basically, every time I hear them fire, I'm going to be veering. Oh, pull to new channel, or is that a partner thing? I might be able to. It might be something I can do. I mean, I can always do, like, we can always set up, like, a straw poll or something. Oh, yeah, I think that is a thing that I can set up. I actually have been interested in doing something like that. But that's definitely something I'm interested in doing. Oh, Nikes. Will you just stab me, please? Sir. Oh, of course he would, right as I kick him. Hollow Soldier armor. What's this look like? Not fast rolling anymore. Bye. There we are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's something that I can set up as an affiliate. I don't think you need full partner status to do that. So, I'm definitely going to look into that because that's something that's pretty cool. There are a couple streams that I watch that do that with varying things, and I find that pretty entertaining. I'm probably going to get breathed on by a dragon, and I'll tell you what, it's not going to feel great. I'm, believe it or not going to get breathed on by a dragon. That's exciting. Okay. So, here's where we're headed. We're going back to Solaire. Is the dragon coming now? When this dragon arrives and leaves is not an exact science. Solaire's still there, hanging out. Cool. I don't know if I'm going to do any multiplayer in this playthrough. Probably not, to be honest. But it's a possibility. So this, back where we're at, this is where we fought the Tauros demon. If you guys remember. So, let's see if we can see Firelink from here. This is the tower down there where the archer was that we killed in the first episode. If you actually, down below that is the lower Undead Burg, and that's the quote-unquote next area. Either way, that's not why we're here. Although all of these zones are geographically connected with one another. And you can see that in it's not just like sample backgrounds that are copy-pasted on to differentiate zones. In Dark Souls 1, everything is geographically placed. So like if something is to the west of something else and you go to the top and end of that and look west, you will likely see that thing. So it's pretty neat in that regard. So here's another. We are on the tower on our way to the Tauros demon. We can use this master key. This is a door I said we were going to unlock at a later date. There is a dude down here that possesses the capability to absolutely wreck shop. He is a terrifying enemy. He can be parried. He can be backstabbed. That's not, he's not invincible. We're going to try our best to kill him right now. What kind of damage does that do? Oh, we can kill him. So we can backstab him. He's going to be another guy that gets backstab baited just because, that's just how you do this in Dark Souls 1. You do fight him again in Dark Souls 3, and he's significantly harder because you can't backstab like this over and over. Keep in mind, though, looking at this guy's armor, this is a two-handed sword we're shoving through his back, and he's still only taking 100 damage. Like, this guy is stout. And if you are wondering, yes, we can acquire this armor. And the real question on everybody's mind, yes, we can acquire this weapon. It is just the tooth of a dragon. And we can acquire and use it. And it is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game. But that's not for a while. We can't get that anytime soon. Despite the fact that we're about to murder the wielder of the dragon tooth. Oh, I got the parry. Let's go. That would have probably killed me if he'd have landed that attack. Okay, so we're going to get one of the best rings in the game. Havel's Ring. What that does is that increases our equipment load significantly. We can wear 55 pounds of gear right now. Up to 82.5. That's going to be vital for us because our weapons are heavy as shit as a strength character. So Darkroot Basin is kind of a more advanced area. Some stronger enemies here. We're gonna be here soon. There's actually a mini boss down there, and there's a couple importances to this area. There's a couple reasons why this area is pretty important lore wise, and we'll go over that when we get there. But we're on ground level. We can see the Undead Burg above us. and we're looping back underneath where we just were. Because if you'll notice, we came from that bridge over, and now we're going, and that we were over here when we were about to fight the boss, went around, down, and we're coming underneath it. So there's going to be a couple things we want to do here. Like kill this dickhead. I am bad at parrying halberd knights. Oh, let's go. Get wrecked, son. The problem is there's not a really good place to fight this guy. So I'm going to kind of get this little area right here that's somewhat wide, but there's just not great options here. We're going to hit him with the overhead. Overhead on wake up. Meaty overhead. Blue Titanite chunk. That's not a great drop. Grass Crest shield. This is an amazing shield. We're going to talk about that in a second. That guy that I just killed, that Black Knight, has some speedrun significance. You can get here very early in the game, evident by the fact that I'm here. And he has a chance to drop a very good weapon. The cool thing about the Grass Crest shield, though, it is not 100% physical block, and it has pretty low stability. The cool thing is, it makes you glow, and the cool thing about glowing is that you regenerate your stamina faster, significantly faster. So, like, let's swing the sword. Look at how fast it's coming back. Decent rate, right? Same thing. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it's a good deal faster. Especially when you have a long stamina bar. And it's very, very helpful for two-handed builds. I'm likely going to be rocking this shield for the majority of the playthrough. Alright, so we have... This is the Hunter's gear. Every starting class, their gear is available somewhere laying in the world. That would be for the Hunter starting class. I also get the bow that he would have started with and a fistful of arrows. Yeah, so if there's a character that you like the look of, but maybe you don't want to play that way, you can still find their gear on a body. And it's also kind of cool because there is a little bit of lore behind them. Like, you can read this. Armada Soft will have a very common type of protective gear. Let's see if there's anything. Might be on the bow where there's a little bit of lore. Or maybe there isn't, honestly. Yeah, there really isn't. But you can kind of draw conclusions based on where you find them. There are very few things in this game that are an accident. So where you find corpses is important. What the corpse has on it is important. There's all the conclusions you can draw. Go ahead and draw them because that's how the storytelling in this game is done. So we're underneath. We're in Darkroot Garden. Man, these guys take way too many hits. Blood Red Moss Clump. That's a item to cure bleeding. And we're going to come across an enemy we're not going to fight right now. But Undead Parish. Hey, isn't that where we were a little earlier? How we kind of went down and around and underneath. What's that noise? Oh, it's this guy again. And we've done a loop around the part of the world. So, I just kind of wanted to show that off. Because I think it's cool. And to reward us, we're going to upgrade our weapon a little bit. Because we got some souls for this trip. Oh, wait, no. Mr. Anderson. Exactly. Exactly. He's all too excited to see us. So, we're able to double back. And there's a lot of, I mean, just the interconnectivity of the world, like I said, can't be overstated. It's really cool. Especially when you consider that that path was unlocked by possessing the Master Key, which is something that a thief would start with. A thief who has weaker gear out of the gate, but starts with the Master Key, so he might realistically be able to sneak to the first boss by going through the woods rather than fight all these bony boys over here. But that's some damage. Those are some numbers we want to put up. Say, I'm not doing a strength build because I want to hit shit twice. Let's go. That's a digit. 329. That's a big old digit. Kind of wanted them to drop a hollow soldier shield. That's one of my favorite shields. Still waiting for Great Axe. We're not... The Great Axe, just to put it into context, this Bastard Sword has a strength requirement of 16. Great Axe, strength requirement of 32. Quite literally double of what this Bastard Sword requires. And this thing already hits like a brick shit house. I quite literally, my character is not strong enough to wield the Great Axe right now. Oh, double kill. Triple kill. Alright, cool. We're gonna go beat the shit out of some gargoyles. This is gonna be a very one-sided fight. I'm just warning you guys now. If you guys are expecting a hard fight, where I'm struggling and the gargoyles are a real test of my skill and reflexes, you're not gonna get it. These guys are gonna get fucking rocked. Well, then I'm gonna put some gold pine resin on to really add to the damage. We're gonna try to watch a lot of these cutscenes because they're neat. Left arm's a little sore. Other than that, though, still doing fine. Vaccine has not killed me yet. Alright, I want this guy's tail. How many hits do you guys think it's going to take for me to chop his tail off? 1 or 2? Hey, land, dick. 4? Oh, God. Well, if I freaking miss his tail... Okay. 1. You're dead. Where's your friend? Oh. The first hit didn't even hit his tail. Boom. Boom. But okay, I missed the first hit. We'll call it 1 point. I'll accept 1.5 hits. I'll accept 1.5. That wasn't 1 hit. For what it's worth, a Bastard Sword plus 5 is roughly plus 5 more than it should be at that point. And we kind of skipped over a mechanic of that fight by killing him so quickly. The second gargoyle spawns when the first gargoyle hits 50% health. We luckily took the first gargoyle from 50 to 0 in 2 swings. What we didn't see is the fact that if you get him to 50, his friend spawns, and then you have 2 gargoyles. and one of them sits and breathes fire, and the other one's up in your face. It's a decent difficulty test for a new player with a low damage weapon, because it not only teaches you to kind of mind your surroundings, but these enemies have significantly different attack patterns. So this is the upper bell that we were warned about earlier, when the crestfallen guy was like, there are actually 2 bells. This is the first one. The first bell up in the undead parish, and the second bell far, far below in the ruins of Blight Town. Kind of want to find some cool light armor that I can wear. As much as I love running around naked, I'm wearing Havel's Ring for basically nothing. Like, it's just, I have so much equip load and no equipment. The Pardoner. So this guy serves a specific function. Whenever you break a covenant, which is like a he also gives you the best gesture in the game. We will be equipping this, and we will be gesturing to enemies, because that's the shit. So he gives you we're gonna buy one of these. You can abandon a covenant, which gives you which makes you a sinner, basically, and you can request absolution. So if you break your covenant, all of the covenants in this game, the clans, have certain rules, and you can't break them. And if you do so, then you will have betrayed your covenant. You'll be labeled as a sinner, and there is a book of the guilty that people can buy and hunt you down as a player. There's actually a clan, a covenant devoted to hunting down people who have broken covenants, and people who, the Blue Sentinels. No, not the Blue Sentinels, the Blades of the Dark Moon, which is a pretty cool covenant. It is a shame that I will be breaking their covenant rules almost as soon as I can. Okay, so now we are at another crossroads. There's a couple different ways we can go. Obviously, I've shown that we can go further down into the woods, the Darkroot Basin. We can also head towards Blight Town by way of... there's a couple different ways going into Blight Town. We are going to take the long way. We can go by way of the lower Undead Bird. You have 3 levels to spend. I kind of want to get like a miracle or 2, but I don't really have much of a desire to put points into faith this early. I'm going to leave. I'm going to put my vitality at 15, and I'm going to leave it. I don't want to get a bunch of health. Like, you can get health out of control very quickly. And then this game becomes significantly simpler. When... I don't want to say significantly simpler, but it trivializes a lot of stuff. I still want the threat of death to be pervasive in the entire playthrough. So I'm going to keep my health low. So I'm probably going to set it at 15 and leave it. The PvP meta is 40 vitality. We're going to leave ours at 15. So there are 2 ways I mentioned earlier to get into Blight Town. One way is, again, using the Master Key. So if we had done the quote-unquote thief playthrough, we could sneak into the back way of Blight Town, and there's some stuff that we can get early. We're going to go the front way, despite having the Master Key. The back way to Blight Town, I pointed out last episode, it is the... where I stole the items from that undead dragon, specifically my dragon shield and my faith-based sword. So we are gonna go. We're gonna go the front way, and how you do that is interesting, and it's going to require us to double back a little bit. So we're going to reinforce our Estus Flask. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This guy is hanging out right here. I know this guy's an asshole. And if I leave this guy alive, he's going to kill one of the people at Firelink Shrine and really screw up a section of the game, and I'm going to have to chase him and kill him. And I don't want to do that because he drops a really good item. So I'm going to be like, boop, boop. And in the meantime, we're going to hit him with the... So that whole storyline is finished. And I know what you're thinking, but Jacob, where the hell are his items? So in a Souls game, if you quit the game, return to the title menu, and load back in, and the items that a character drops resort back to their spawn location, which is right here. 5 humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection, or as it is lovingly referred to, the Ring of Fap. Called so because it's freaking amazing. Ring symbolizes the favor and protection of goddess Fina, who is embracing him. Known in legend to possess fateful beauty, the ring boosts the wearer's HP, stamina, and max equip load, but breaks if it's ever removed. We gonna put it on. Look at how much health we gained. It's absurd. And now what's our equip load look like? Oh, wait. Our equip load is 99 pounds right now, which is high. I mean, we are wearing less than half the gear that we could right now. Okay. We can't level up right now. Not a big deal. So we're going to go to the lower Undead Burg. And the fastest way to do that is honestly the front way. So we're just going to retrace our steps. Stop it with those fire bombs. Significantly more powerful than we were the first time we came through here. I'm hacking. 100%. Yeah. All right. The Texas de Brazil? I have not. So we have gotten all the items from this area. I mean, we've pretty much completed it. So we're just going to work our way through. Get some meat sweats. Just the phrase meat sweats sounds disgusting. I mean, I get it and I felt it, but it just sounds repulsive. We're going to bring our strength up to 20, and that's going to be our next goal. In this game, I like to level in landmarks. I like to say, okay, we're getting vitality to 15. Okay, we're getting strength to 20. And then I just pick the next landmark. Okay. Oh, hey, dragon. Run, don't breathe fire at me, shit. Don't breathe fire at me again. Okay, he won't. Oh, the Bulgogi boys. Yeah, we got wild for a little bit. I miss Bulgogi, and I miss it big time. Alright, so this is the basement key. This is what we got just past the gate that we had to run. Okay, no worries. This is what we got, the key that we got just past the gate that we had to race through. Thank you, sir. I will do my best. And so here is another back route that takes us back to the previous area. Again, because, you know, this is the Undead Berg and the lower Undead Berg. It's going to connect in a lot of different ways. And that is evident. I mean... So, here is... And the cool thing is you can actually look up and see the previous area. I mean, these are... Oh god, the dog. Dog, I'm taking in the sights. Can you dial it back, please? So this is another... I mean, I know there are a lot of dogs in this area, but when do you aggro? Holy hell. We'll hit him with the third one. We'll get him eventually. We're just swimming at this point. We're gonna double back here for a second. This guy, we purchased a key earlier, the residence key, and this is one of the very few doors that cannot be opened with the master key. This guy was locked in. We just freed him. And this is the sorcerer set: sorcerer hat, glue, gloves, boots, catalyst. You open the door for me. Thanks, Griggs. All right, go back to Firelink. So he's going to go back to Firelink Shrine. And we now have the set. Do we want to wear a... No, we don't want to wear the sorcerer cloak. We're still going to be naked. We're a barbarian, goddammit. Hey, somebody come attack me so I can fight you individually. So these torch hollows are actually no joke. They have like one of the more deadly attacks in the game. That rush is definitely extremely deadly. It actually might be that rush that's the deadly attack, because it hits multiple times, and there just isn't a ton of equipment that's particularly resistant to fire damage. I mean, you can get quite a bit of physical resistance, but fire damage is something that's always a threat. Evident by the fact that I just took a not insignificant part of damage from that. Twin Humanities. We're collecting all these because we're going to use them later. For a thing. For a shortcut. Okay, so... This is a slick little ambush if you're not waiting for it, but... You can definitely catch them before they pop out of their holes. Oh, whoops. You gotta do a jumping attack, because those don't deflect. Ah, there's thieves. These doors popped open. There are dead thieves inside. Oh, dick. So their armor set, the Hollow Thief set, is obtainable. But it's actually one of the rarest sets in the game, because these enemies are the only ones that drop it. And this is the only place they appear in the entire game. And they have an exceedingly rare chance to drop it. So, might be something I do off camera to farm this set up a little bit. Because it's a cool set. I like the look of it a lot. But we're actually about to get one of my favorite sets. Oh god. Okay, okay. Hold around the corner. We're gonna chug a little bit. Get the parry, get the murder. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, these guys popped out here. This ambush is harder to avoid because they... Oh, get wrecked, dog. Alright, so... You got the charger. I love it. I love it. Black leather set. Can we still fast roll with this? Holy cow, we can. Alright, we found our set. Can't let more run the chat. Blow run amok in here. You love it. You love to see it. But you also hate to see it. Alright, so we're going to cross our fingers. There's another one right here. We're not going to fall for this ambush. Although I will say, if there's one thing that is pervasive, at least through my Aliens playthrough that I learned, is that just because I see an ambush does not mean I'm not going to fall for it anyway. Alright, so this is the lowest of the low of the Undead Burg, right? So basically everybody that's too evil or sinister or nasty to go into the Undead Burg, they just toss down here. And that's just, it's an area that's totally optional. A boss that's totally optional. But it brings you back here. And this opens up another connection. I don't know if you recognize this waterway, this aqueduct, but this will actually bring us right back to Firelink up here to the left, which is the starting area. So pretty cool that this again all connects back to the main area. This map is slowly but surely spidering out. And then this lovely lady is a vendor that sells poison stuff. She sells poison arrows, and we're gonna buy 20 poison arrows because I'm gonna show something off later. If you're an experienced Souls player, you might already know what I'm talking about. But I am going to show off a pretty well-known... It's not a glitch or an exploit or anything like that. It's a strategy. A well-known strategy against a particularly different set of enemies. You can't prove that's a lady. She has an old lady voice, though. But that's a good point. It is 2021. I can't just say that. Alright, we're going to heal up before we go in. This boss is kind of a pain in the ass, so we're going to switch to... Can we still fast roll with this shield? We can. Okay. We're going to switch to a shield with 100% physical protection. Because there's a couple dogs in this. Ow. Okay. The dogs are the worst part. Again, we do a significant bit of damage because we're stronger than we should be, or we've upgraded our weapon more than you normally would have at this part in the game. So we're just going to kind of do a lap around this guy. I mean, 100% physical protection shield makes this fight somewhat trivial, honestly. Just take your time. That double-handed swing is the strongest attack, and it can't break through a shield with good stability like this dragon shield. So you just kind of take your time with this guy. Really, the dogs are the hardest part. He likes to favor that tree a little bit and mess with your movement. But like I said, just take your time. Don't get super greedy. And you got him. And you get your key to the depths. This is a lady, or did you miss something? No. I'll introduce you to her. She's a nice lady. She sells poison arrows. So that was the lower Undeadburg. Very, very short area. But again, purely optional if you take the Master Key. Here is the lady in question. We'll meet her here momentarily. This lady, she sells poison arrows.
There you are, dearie. A pleasure to see you again.
She's an old lady. And she sells poison arrows and poison stuff. Nice lady. What a humdrum lad you are. Yeah. So I'm judging by her voice, which I know might be wrong, but she sounds like an old lady. So we got the key to the depths. The depths is... No, not at all. Not at all. Butter's Charlie's girl, though. Always has been, always will be. He'll fight you to the death over her. You're going through Griff's camp. We always got to wait for Charlie to butter up the archer. So this is the depths. There's a cool little side quest that comes with the depths that I will point out when we get there. But so basically, something to consider is that if you did not know to take the Master Key or the Thief class, you would be forced to come through this way. This way is not optional if you have not taken the Master Key, to my knowledge. Yeah, no, you have to come through this way without the Master Key. So, if you're just playing the game and you didn't think I should take a key as my starting item, then you're coming through here. And this is actually one of the very few places where you can get the curse status effect. Fun fact about my first playthrough, getting the curse status effect is why I quit my first playthrough. And it has some interesting implications, getting cursed. This is the butcher, the man-eating butcher. They are confirmed female. This is 100% a woman. That's been confirmed by Miyazaki himself. Come on up here, lady. Alright, cool. The man-eating cook. Oh, we're going to fight her. 100%. But I'm bringing her up here. Ma'am. What? Okay, the reason I was bringing her up here is there's some dogs down here. But if I have to... Oh, God. Oh, I did not want to fight you with dogs. That was literally the whole reason I wanted to bait her. Okay. That's actually a grab attack when she hits you with her little meat fork. Get stabbed on, dummy. Cool. Delicious. She's got a pet dog watching her cook. So again, this chest has a chain facing backwards, not a mimic. Totally safe to open. Large ember. This is a very, very important item. And this is another reason why sometimes you do want to roll through barrels. They hide this little secret path. We're not going to take it yet, but that is a shortcut that drastically changes a lot of people's opinion of this area as a whole. You can tell if people found that shortcut on their first playthrough, because if they did, then this area isn't so bad. But if they didn't, then this is the worst thing to ever happen to a video game, period. There's another man-eating cook right there. Oh, I hope she doesn't fall. There she is. Get parried, ma'am. Again, we're going to go to old reliable chain backstab. It's already doomed. Oh, just wait. Just wait. Yay, we got a sack. I was actually hoping to grab one of these. Bloodstained patchwork sack and the undead man-eating cook lurking in the depths. 2 eye holes have been haphazardly cut out. Unexpectedly soft and comfortable to wear. Probably near meaningless in terms of defense. We could just wear the sack. We will not, but we could. I think it's funny that that item exists. So, go down yonder, and we've got another hallway and some stuff. We're not going there yet. Hello. What we're going to do is we are going to rescue this guy. The man-eating cooks, we're going to eat him. Hey, Lil, Moore put a bunch of your face in chat. She's looking at me. She misses the stream. She does. Okay. So this guy's going back to Fireland. And this is probably one of the nicer characters. Like, he's a good guy. He's one of the rare, just genuine good dudes in this game. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think the magic we're going to do... What happened to the treat thing? I gave her a treat. And actually, I have some that are up here, but she does not like them. She's extremely particular about what TREAT she will eat. A carrot. We actually might have some in the fridge. I might have to start buying carrots just for the stream. She looked at me. She heard the word carrot. Well, not right now. You don't have to lick your lips. We might buy some for the stream, though. Because I know how much she loves them. Okay. So, and I'm pretty sure that you guys, whenever she does eat them, you can probably hear her chewing on the mic, which is either obnoxious or adorable. Probably a mix of the two. Alright, so we're going to drop down here. And that's a giant-ass rat. There's a couple things we want to get. One, spider shield, which we will equip immediately. Very similar stat-wise. But it has some poison resistance. Don't worry, we're going to murder it. In fact... Oh, I missed the plunging attack, but that's okay. It's got a very simple attack pattern. She's super dead. We're good. Humanity. Some other things to grab. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. There's a path down there that we're not going to take right now. Oh, the rat is super dead. Sewer chamber key. That's an important item that we wanted to get from here. And so we're going to slide down here. We're actually going to take the quick way. We hug this wall. If we don't hug this wall, we fall down into the basement. That is why people hate this level. The basement. And before you ask, we will be going in the basement. 100%. I don't want to go, but we're gonna go. We're just opening up a shortcut right now. God, I don't want to go to the goddamn basement. Alright. We're using the sewer chamber key, and bada bing bada boom, here's a bonfire. Again, this is a bonfire you don't have to get, and getting or not getting this bonfire drastically changes your opinion of this level. We're going to spend our souls, because we might die here. And that gets us to 20 strength. That's actually a big deal. It's a good milestone for us. Not sure what our next milestone is going to be. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, couple things noteworthy. Down this hallway leads us to the side passage off of the cook's room that I kind of poked in and said we'll be back here later. We could run down there right now. We, however, are not gonna. Because you can probably guess why. These things will come down. We will be able to kill these things later very quickly. But, believe it or not, they don't really give a shit about slashing damage, which is what this sword deals, so we're not going to bother with it now. But just know that that is a way back there, and that path will take us here. So, we're going to continue exploring a little bit. Bunch of other equally big rats. Not equally big, but... And here's another great axe. That's why it was such a weird drop that we got from that last guy, is because there's actually a great axe drop. So it's kind of funny that we got one. Hey, stop it. So we're going to be going down to the basement, again, against my wishes and better judgment. And we're going to find, believe it or not, enemies that are more threatening than these rats. And more disgusting. Maybe not more disgusting, but just worse than these rats. So, this is a cool little room. This is actually another one of those channelers. Where is he? There he is. The guys with the staff. Yeah, this is a hard room for a lot of people, or a hard area for a lot of people. So I apologize if this is difficult. We will not be here for long, I do promise. All right. But yeah, the depths is not the nicest place. But yeah, that channeler buffs the rats, and this is actually the boss arena to this area. And if you don't kill that channeler, he can buff the boss. And then it becomes a serious problem. A serious problem if he buffs the boss. So you always want to make sure to run in there and kill this guy. This is... Once you kill the big rats, the big rat in particular, a lot of rats do tend to run from you, which I find pretty cool. So you can see in the water that there's a hole there, and we're going to test it out with the rat. You can fall down there, and it takes you to the basement. There's holes to the basement all over the place. Some of them are more visible than others. Every one of them is a pain. We're going to be going down to the basement, but it's going to be on our terms. There's a hole to the basement. This is not a hole to the basement. This is actually the chamber where the large rat was. So if you just run through here, bada bing, bada boom, you're falling into the basement. Like I said, we will definitely be going down there because there's a ring we want that's really good. As well as just to scope it out down there and see some stuff. but it's going to be on our terms. We're gonna take the walking way. So yeah, as you can see, this slime doesn't give a single shit about slashing damage. The two-handed R1s do more damage, a bit more. Yeah, huge pain in the ass to kill about a dozen of them, but yeah, and here's that hole again. They do have a decent drop rate for Titanite shards and green Titanite shards, which are important. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of farming in this area off camera, most likely. But I'm not going to get or use any items that I haven't gotten on camera. So I'm probably going to do a little bit of off-camera farming, but know that I won't be making any tangible progress. I just kind of want to get a little bit of build variety. I kind of just want to not subject chat to watching me farm slimes. So we're back here now. This is where we opened this this shortcut. And this is the entrance to the basement. 100%. I'm not afraid to like level. Again, I'm not going to be leveling health, but I'm going to be spending my souls. I'm not going to like lose souls just so that you know what I'm saying? I'll pump strength up for sure. But I won't be using a ton of weapons, or rather getting any new weapons off camera. You might come back to just a stronger version of the character you already know. So, shit, we're not human. So there's actually an encounter down here that we want to be human for, and we'll these are those enemies. They have no damaging attacks whatsoever. They cannot deal damage to you. You can be at one hit point and safely go through this whole area. Yet somehow they manage to be some of the worst enemies in the game. And that's because they have the curse status effect. Not fun. It is... if you get cursed, you instantaneously die. Like, boom, dead. No collecting $200. No pass and go. You just die. However... we're going to reverse our hollowing. When you respawn, you also lose 50% of your maximum hit points. So your health bar is cut in half. And I know you're thinking, well, just die again and you restart. You don't. Curse persists through death. You lose half your maximum hit points, and they stay gone until you break the curse. Period. And there aren't that many places to break a curse in this game. It's not something that's easy to do. Exactly. You catch the Rona. Excuse me. No, I've actually got really bad allergies right now, and it's a really awkward time to have allergies. Because every time I cough, I have to be like, I'm vaccinated. I promise. I'm sorry. We're going to see some cursed player characters here, most likely. That fog curses you. Hey, Kirk, where you at, homie? So this is why we wanted to be human. It's because Kirk the Phantom's going to invade us. This is an NPC Phantom. He has the armor of thorns, and he can inflict bleed on you by rolling into you. It's kind of awesome. Kirk never really gets a fair chance. But he does drop some souls. and a spike shield, which is kind of cool. Interesting thing about the spike shield, it's not amazing, but it doesn't have a parry. It's got a attack. You can hit people with it. Pretty cool. It's more for meme builds, but you know, it is what it is. So let's move through here slowly. We do not want to get cursed. That right there is a player character who has been cursed. That statue, that spiky statue, we'll see it when we get there, because that's actually our destination, is that room. It's terrifying to see a cursed person there. If we're able to get close to one without it being a threat to us, I want to show you, but these are called basilisks. Those big bulbs are not their eyes. They actually have little bitty eyes beneath it, but those eyes are superficial. See if I can roll one over and get a good view of it. Its face is kind of messed up a little bit. Oh, see those little bitty dots? Those little bitty dots. Those are its eyes above the sack. That again was confirmed. But yeah, this guy right here is a player character that was cursed. His body formed that, and yeah. So, you know, sorry, bro. Yeah, that's... So that guy right now is running around with 50% maximum hit points. And he has no idea where to go. He has no idea what to do unless he's been paying attention to the item texts. So, my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1, the very first time I played this game, that playthrough ended because I got cursed. And I did not know how to break it, and I was like, well, shit. I couldn't beat this game with full health. How am I supposed to beat it with half health? And I said I quit. It was... Now that I realize what the curse does and how you break it, and the benefits you get from being cursed that are not advertised, I almost wish I hadn't, but it is funny that was my first playthrough. Did end in a rage quit. Hey, buddy, get out of my way. I want to get this ring. Ring of the Evil Eye. Fantastic ring. We're going to try to wear it. Can we still fast roll? No, we cannot. Huh. Let's try taking off our helmet. Damn. We really want to fast roll. But the Ring of the Evil Eye is really good. Let's try... all the shields we've been using are... Yeah, let's just try... We're going to boost our endurance next. That's 100%. We're going to get our endurance to 20 as well. Because I want to fast roll and I want to wear a variety of equipment. So... Yeah, so we are... This is the basement. This is what everybody hates. And rightfully so. It sucks. Because if you'll notice, you follow the sound of the running water, there are holes in this ceiling because this is where you get dropped. If you fall into one of those holes, you get dropped into a random location. Not random, obviously, but you get dropped just randomly somewhere down here with shit. There is exactly a hole. Now I've killed the basilisk, so it's not gonna get to me, but I would go, whoa, and I'm down here and there's basilisks around me and I'm getting cursed, and it's just terrible in every sense of the word. And that's the basement of the depths. The underneath of the underneath. Here's one. This way it would drop you right here. Hey, good evening. Thank you for joining in, Wilhelm. Inner Circle Wilhelm. So yeah, we've cleared this. No, this is far from my first playthrough. I've actually played quite a bit of Souls. But I'm going to be playing Demon Souls on PS5 for the first time. So I'm going to be playing through 1, 2, and 3 prior to that. So this is more of like a, you know, I'm going to discuss strategy and, you know, what I know about the development and the lore and things like that. I have quite a bit of experience with the Souls series, but I started with Dark Souls 1, so know very little about Demon Souls, and I'm pretty stoked about that. This guy, we're going to get him back to Firelink as well. He sells a lot of cool stuff, particularly these crystal weapons. Finished it some weeks ago. Awesome. Don't tell me anything about it, but I'm super stoked to play it. Cool thing about these crystal weapons is this is the guy you want to go to if you're having trouble or if you're not sure about upgrading. These weapons have extremely low durability and cannot be repaired, but they're a very good way to get reliable damage out in a short term. So like, let's say if you made it down to this boss and you were having trouble, you were dealing low damage, something like that, those crystal weapons are a good way to deal good damage and help get you through some tough areas. It is kind of a player consideration that they're added. Dark Souls series remade using the same engine. Nice. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. So this is, yeah, there's that boss ring that we came to earlier. Up above would be that channeler. And if, I mean, this boss already has a particularly high amount of health. But if that channeler buffs him, you are in for a hell of a fight. Oh, this is a player character. Okay. So this is Young Solaire. We're going to be trying, we might be summoning, we're not going to be summoning any player characters. But we are going to be trying to summon NPCs. Just for the lore bits. You know, I can do the... I'm obviously kind of at a point where I can kill this thing without it. And we're actually going to cheese the boss a little bit. If you understand how boss mechanics work, you'll understand what I just did. The boss's health scales with how many people are fighting it. So if you summon 2 people to fight it, it's going to have scaled health. When the boss spawns, aka right now, it determines how many players are in the world. Solaire's not here yet. He will be momentarily. So this boss is going to have lower health than it would had I let Solaire get up and run around for a little bit. This is a really cool design for a dragon, by the way. You see the face, and then you're like, the shit mouth! It's got so many disgusting teeth. So Solaire's going to be coming in any second now. There he is. Now he's been summoned. After the spawn of the dragon. You're into that? This design is so sick. So we're going to be going for this thing's tail. Just because we can. Give me your tail. Like, you see, like, all the damage. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, that I did to the gargoyles. Like, look at how much health this thing has. It's massive. So if you can imagine this with, like, scaled up health buffed by a channeler, it's just a pain of a fight. Sorry, I believe I was blocking that. That's why you want to get rid of the tail, honestly. Some of his most damaging attacks are just like standard basic bitch tail swipes. Ow! Alright, Solaire, let's lure him out. You're kind of just getting your ass kicked. I expected Solaire to be doing a little bit more, or at least be participating. I really want him to throw lightning. Here's the fighter armor, the knight armor. Warrior armor, specifically. God damn it. I wanted him to throw lightning, because that's kind of Solaire's thing. Thank you for the Dragon King Great Axe. You wanted a Great Axe? We got you a Great Axe, don't worry. So wait, well, yeah, I'm not going to use just the standard Great Axe when I know that that thing's on its way. So without its tail, this thing is significantly less threatening. But it's still repulsive. It can puke up some slime that degrades your gear. And if it does, and deals damage, and if it does that, we're just going to book it. I mean... Oh, can you not? Different outlook on what is repulsive. This guy's not gross. Eek! Ow! Oh, God! So, one thing that you might not know about the Soul series, you can mash out of grab attacks. So I was smashing my L1 and R1 buttons. You can't convince me that shouldn't have killed you. Yeah, I was mashing particularly hard, but yeah, I should be dead, 100%. 100%. So you can stagger him by hitting his face. Oh. But he doesn't leave his face down for long. He doesn't... What's he doing? Oh, no, he's going back up. That's how he spends most of his time. I'm working on it. He's got a ton of health more. I'm getting there, though. Do you have fire? I do not. I will soon, though. Oh, he got me by stepping on me. Swing that stupid tail nub. You can't hit me with it anymore. Oh, it's gonna get sick. So you just need to run to the opposite side of the arena. If it pukes... Oh, wow. It normally goes more forward than that. And since he was facing in the wall, it didn't really go that far. But... It's, yeah. It does a decent amount of damage, and it degrades your gear. So you'll have to repair your shit. Threw in a kick there. Bye-bye. Come over here. So obviously with the tail, this is a real battle of attrition, right? Like, it's not super difficult just avoiding this guy. But when his tail is thrashing about, it becomes a significantly more difficult affair when you consider that you have so much health to break through. And that tail's gonna be, yeah. I would love some fire. Shit, 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 shit. Slam that head down. Got him. He gone. He's a vomit elemental dragon? Duh. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how well fire works on that guy, actually. In this game, the big dragon killing element is lightning. They hate it. They hate lightning. It's their least favorite. Okay, so we're gonna go back up top. I'm like 90% sure I'm going the wrong way. I always get mixed up right here. Oh, you gotta go around. Okay, okay, okay. So, in case you guys were like, man, that area sucked. Don't worry, it gets worse before it gets better. This is Blighttown, the asshole of the world. Can you stop, slime? Just get out of the door, please. Blighttown sucks. And that's a great adventure for next time. So we're actually going to tie up some loose ends right now. We're not going to go right down to Blighttown, but we did just unlock it. I'm going to go back and we're going to touch base with a few NPCs in Firelink that we just unlocked. We're going to stop by this bonfire, rest real quick. We're not going to level up. I actually have a plan for these souls. Wait, maybe I should get to 20 endurance. Yeah, we're going to get to 20 endurance. We're not going to spend the rest. Can we, hold on, keep the Ring of Fap on. Now can we... Damn it! I want a fast roll so bad. Grass Crest weighs the same. Can we maybe like target shield? I'd only drop 1 pound. Wow, that's it, huh? The target shield? Alright, we're parrying now, boys. We can't even really block anymore. Because our physical defense is... Actually, the target shield's not bad. It's really not bad. Don't... Ugh. We're rolling through everything. We're going to wait for that guy to come attack us. What's the... So actually, funnily enough, we block almost as much damage with our sword as we do with that little dinner plate of a shield. But it does have a different parrying animation, which has a larger parry window, which is noteworthy. Gross. We need to kill this slime because we want to grab this item. But generally speaking, this whole route I just ignore. Actually, this whole area I tend to ignore. Because you don't have to go this way. You can go down to Blighttown the back way, which is also what we're going to show before we... Oh, dogs. Oh, did I make a mistake by even coming here this way? I wanted to just run back to Firelink, damn it. Okay, we're going to heal up. We're good. We're good. We're in a good spot. The butcher is no longer, so... Dogs are the worst without a shield. I don't know if you recall, my strategy for dealing with dogs is always just block and attack, and then, ow, you dick. Oh, this is a problem waiting to happen. Okay, okay, double kill. Oh man, if that were a claymore, that would have hit. But we had to use the bastard sword. Oh my god. Why'd I open my stupid mouth about the bastard sword? Guys, everybody uses the claymore, or the bastard sword. The claymore is the weird niche one. But yeah, you're kind of witnessing why people tend to favor the claymore. Exact same move set, but with significantly more reach. And let's actually check out the axe we just got. Dragon King Great Axe. 50 strength requirement. Again, we cannot even wield it. We're not strong enough. Fuck! That's what it looks like when we try to swing it now. It's massive. Way too big. Way too big. But we're going to be working in that direction. I mean, we're going to be wielding those obnoxiously large weapons sooner or later. Don't worry. Alright, so I always try to kill these chicks when I come through here. Just on the off chance that... Excuse me, ma'am. Here. Parry that, bitch. Just on the off chance that they drop their armor. So the Ring of the Evil Eye that we have equipped... Excuse me? It allows us to heal a little bit every single time we get a kill. Very, very convenient. Can't believe I missed both of those parries, though. I have a wider parry window with this. But I think it's a different timing. I think that's why. I don't often use these shields with the wide parry window. I normally just use standard medium shields. I'll probably switch back to one as soon as I'm able. Just because I'm significantly more comfortable with that parry timing than with this one. I mean, I parry just about everything in the game with a grass crest shield, so getting back to that size of shield is going to be pretty nice for me. Sure. Hey, give me your pants. See if you notice, I did take a little bit of damage, but I'm healing through it. So actually, the grass crest shield does allow us, or not the grass crest, that ring allows us to play this two-handed build a little bit more aggressively and trade blows while healing up slowly. It is very nice in that regard. This is the sorcerer we saved. We're not learning sorceries, so NBD. This is home sweet home. And this is our best buddy, the Pyromancer. He's going to give us... Oh, no, wait. So we just told him we thought his magic is unsavory. We're going to tell him that we didn't. So he gives us a Pyromancy Flame. So the Pyromancy Flame is awesome. It weighs nothing. It's quite literally an ember of flame that you hold in your hand. It's a medium. So that's what it looks like. I'm literally just holding fire in my hand. And I can attune spells to it and cast through it. It's really cool. You talk to him about it. If you provide the materials. Just like our ancestors did. Yeah, he's just super okay with just teaching us pyromancy. It's really cool. So we're going to buy a few spells from him. We're going to buy Combustion, which is a good one. We're going to buy Fireball. And that's all we're going to buy right now. And we are going to upgrade our Pyromancy Flame. So he's just saying if you find any cool pyromancy, just bring it back. I just want to see it. He's a student of the art.
Pyromancy has a, primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with the past culture, which is fine, as I never got along with.
So the cool thing about this guy is he thinks turning undead is the greatest because since pyromancy is like considered savage and primitive, it doesn't really get along with advanced culture. And so he's like, I never really got along with anybody anyway. So turning undead was kind of the greatest thing that could happen for me. Because now I just get to be alone. I get to visit the lands of our ancestors, which is Lordran, is where we're at. And I can learn pyromancy from the people who invented it. It's great. So he's actually in a pretty good spot right now. Let's see if...
My teacher, who I imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is
The ultimate fantasy. Born in the dark, warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Fascination with fire persists. Learn to hold it in their own hand. Yeah.
Goodbye.
He later talks about how... So he gave us a pyromancy flame. And he later talks about how a flame is a part of you, a part of your soul, a part of your living essence. And that he gave that to you, a part of his soul and living essence, as return for rescuing him. And so he says often, he says, you know, please take good care of it. Please, it's part of him. It's really cool. One of the nicer guys in this game. So we can go down to Blighttown. And I will show off a little bit of the back entrance to Blighttown. Because I briefly hinted at it in the first episode when I was grabbing the Dragon Shield. But I did not spend too much time looking at it. So we're going to poke our head in the back entrance of Blighttown. But we are, regrettably, going to go the front way. We're going to do all of Blighttown. I don't want to. This area sucks. But we're going to do it. Also, cool little speedrunning strat. If you're coming down here, you can hit this jump. And you can fast roll through that. Yeah, that's a neat little speedrunning strat for that area. We're going to slaughter a couple of these guys to fill our health back up. Because we live the lifesteal life. So right here, across this definitely not precarious bridge, is the back entrance to Blighttown. And as you can tell by the construction, it is a very well-developed area and not shitty at all, believe it or not. So we're definitely going to be going there next time. Probably going to do the forest first, though. Because there's some stuff I want to do before we do Blighttown. Specifically related to that. Specifically related to the pyromancy flame that I just got. Exactly. When you are unvaccinated, they send you down to Blighttown, and that is where you live to just let the curse eat at your flesh. That's your punishment. You go down to Blighttown, and it's just bullshit city. Exactly. And that's why I got vaccinated. Is the doctor was like, "Oh, you know, worried about COVID?" And I was like, "No, I fucking hate Blighttown." And he's like, "Oh my god, I get it. And he gave me 2 right then and there. He gave me 1 in each arm. So if you'll notice, we've got company.
Oh, have my guests.
So he was talking about his lady, and this is her. And this is her knights guarding her. She's an important figure. Yeah. It's fucking beautiful. This is a her right here.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you
Yeah, right.
must not.
Who are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? This is some deep lore right here. Excuse me? The deepest of lore. So, yeah, we're gonna be tying up some areas next time. We have, one thing I wanted to mention now that I'm back here. That is that bird that's sleeping. That's weird that, okay, what we're hearing is a character that isn't here yet, and I find it funny that we can hear him already. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We'll find the character. So one thing I was mentioning about Andre of Astora, the simple blacksmith, again, He is nothing more than a blacksmith. 100%, that is the extent of his role. However, he was going to play in the cut content a significantly more impactful role in the story. Initially, the kiln of the first flame, which is the site of the final boss battle, was going to sit beneath Firelink, and this statue was actually going to move. There's concept art of Andre pushing this statue aside to reveal a secret passageway for the player to go underneath Firelink and get to the kiln of the first flame. Really cool stuff. Again, not part of the game. It is 100% not canon. Andre is just a blacksmith. But yeah, he's a really cool, somewhat reoccurring character. Not somewhat, definitely reoccurring character. So, yeah, that's that for the evening. What we're gonna go ahead and leave it at that. We've made quite a bit of progress. Our character is significantly more powerful than he was, and we've ironed in on a build. We're going full strength. Too soon? I know. I'm trying to keep it to, especially with Dark Souls, because I could play this shit all night. We're trying to keep it somewhat concise. 2.5, 3 hours at a time. Because I know that when I streamed last year, or the year before, oh my god, it's been so long since I've streamed seriously. Well, it was last year, most of last year. I started out like 5 to 8, like a 3-hour block, and like every 4 or 5 streams I would add on like 20 minutes, and it got to the point to where I was just doing nothing but like work and stream. So I do want to keep that from happening again. I do want to spend a little bit of time with the family, and just, downtime. But we are going to go back and talk to Andre. I guess. That's a good point. We're not done yet. We're not 100% done. I'm not logging off. But we're going to go talk to Andre because we are going to do the forest before Blighttown. Again, if you're familiar, this Pyromancy Flame, there's some stuff I want to do with it before I get down to Blighttown. The Forest is a great game. The Forest is a really good game. Have they added? Do you know if they've added anything new content-wise to that game? Or is that still? Did we pretty much play the finished build? Does the Claymore have a sweeping? Yep. Exact same move set as the Bastard Sword. Literally just objectively superior. Does it weigh more at least? It's got the same weight too. Why does the I'm using it. But I have to ask, why does the Bastard Sword exist? Okay. We are also going to kindle this bonfire, which means we're going to offer one of our humanity in the upper left corner. See how we have 4? We're going to offer one. So what happens now is whenever we rest at this bonfire, we're going to get 10 Estus flasks instead of 5. That's going to be important because we're going to be coming back here a ton. This is a pretty important bonfire. We're also going to give him the large ember. So we can turn our Bastard Sword +5 into a Bastard Sword +6. And now we can reinforce our weapon to a Bastard Sword +7. And a Bastard Sword +8. And we are now wielding just an absolute hurt stick. Bastard Sword +8. Rex. 267 AR at this point in the game is crazy. We're going to go fight this thing because I'm feeling good about having a big weapon. Watch it. And I'm just... Bam! 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 And we staggered him. Nice. This is this is called the Titanite Demon. It's missing one leg and its head. This is a... Guys, I need everybody to cross their fingers right now. Titanite catch pole. Damn it! You can get that weapon from him. You can get that weapon, and it's a rare drop. It's a very rare drop. And it's not guaranteed because there's a limited number of those enemies in the game. Roll a new play. This playthrough's done. It's scrapped. So yeah, well, I was gonna show that he is a unique spawn. That enemy is no longer. So yeah, that is the Titanite Demon for this area. So guys, with that having been said, next time we will be headed towards the forest underneath the Undead Burg. There's a couple things we want to take care of there, including a mini boss, including an actual boss. There's a lot of stuff in the forest that's easy to overlook. So we're gonna tie up some stuff there, and we're gonna get a bunch of souls. That's what we need to get. That's our goal, is amass a ton of souls, because we're gonna upgrade that pyromancy flame a lot. So guys, thank you so much. My name is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax. This has been Dark Souls Remastered. Fantastic game. Obviously, I can't sing its praises enough. I've played so much Dark Souls. So you probably know my opinion of it already. Other than that, guys, I will be streaming again on Thursday. Because I didn't stream Monday, I might squeeze in like a Friday or maybe even a Sunday stream. My normal schedule, to those who do not normally or are not familiar with the channel, is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and occasionally Sunday. And I stream in about the evening, same time, about 5 to 8 Central Time. But with Memorial Day, I was, again, spending some time with the family, enjoying the day off of work. So that one didn't really happen. So it's a short stream week. But we might do a short session tomorrow, maybe a session on Thursday. I don't know. I might be squeezing in short Dark Souls sessions here and there because I am always looking for an excuse to play this game. So that having been said, guys, again, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for the follows to those who are not normally in the channel. Thank you guys for checking me out. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Bye.